Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back, fam. Shout out to the 19. We are back with another unfiltered take, uncensored take, I should say. Seems to keep getting us in trouble. We are down 150 subscribers since December. We'll see if we can lose a few more. I'm coming off my second or maybe third week-long suspension on Twitter. Just had a video pulled down on my entertainment channel. We are rolling as I'm discovering social media is not for honesty. Anyway, today we're going to talk about something that's been pissing me off since Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA. We are going to revisit this a little bit now that we've got the draft coming up, fingers crossed, and an entire league of free agents. And that, of course, is the complete lack of protection for the league's, I was going to say biggest star, but let's be real about it. It is the league's only star. Do you know what real teammates do, especially when they have a superstar? They come to the defense of their guys or gals. I mean, you come to the defense of anyone. It's just usually the superstar that's targeted more often when shit gets physical. Now, why the hell, headed into season 3, the Indiana Fever still do not have anyone like this? And yes, I know about Sophie Cunningham. We will get to that in a little bit, but they need to go shopping in free agency for a legit enforcer because this stand around and watch nonsense is embarrassing, it is dangerous, and it is straight up bad for business, both financially and winning. Because let's be real, when Caitlin Clark came in, whether it was her logo threes, her massive draw, skin color, Iowa Midwestern popularity, all of the above, jealousy hit the league like a freight train. It was actually contagious and very dangerous, unlike Corona. Players targeted her hard, dirty. We saw the infamous Kennedy Carter cheap shot body check on a dead ball. We saw stats like 17% of the league's flagrant fouls and 24 were on Caitlin alone. J.C. Sheldon, Dejanay Carrington, Marina Mabry, Tina Charles, Angel Reese, Diamond DeShields, Victoria Vivens. The list goes on and on. And don't even get me started on the dozens of hard fouls that somehow didn't even get whistled. But the worst part for this open season on Caitlin Clark, her own teammates, they did nothing. I can still see Aaliyah Boston not even reacting when Kennedy Carter called Caitlin Clark a bitch and body slammed her from behind. Aaliyah stood there, slowly dropped the basketball, and managed in about a half hour's time to take 2 or 3 steps over to Caitlin Clark and half-heartedly give her a hand up. Didn't bark at Kennedy, didn't get in her face, which should have been the immediate reaction. And I don't want to hear anyone saying about, oh, you can't get thrown out. No, the first thing automatically should have been teammates. Kennedy Carter should have been surrounded by Indiana Fever players. They did nothing. No barking, no getting in her face, no shove. Come on now. Most times Clark got leveled. Teammates didn't even jog over to help her up or check if she was okay. That is not team chemistry. That is abandonment. That is traitorous. Jealousy in the locker room, lack of toughness, whatever it was, it let opponents know loud and clear, go ahead, take your shots at Caitlin Clark. No one's going to do anything. This is not sustainable. We saw a lot of the same. We didn't get to see how it played out over an entire season because Caitlin Clark only played 13 games due to injury. But we saw a lot of the same. Yes, I'll get to Sophie. And it leads to, injuries. It leads to more targeting. And honestly, it makes the team look soft. It also, Caitlin Clark's play will decline because it wears you out being on the receiving end of that type of stuff constantly. Great stars get protected. And yes, Sophie Cunningham last year finally said enough, no doubt. Stepped in, got physical, sparked some chaos, earned the nickname the enforcer from fans, even called out the refs afterward for not protecting the star player of the WNBA. Absolute respect to Sophie Cunningham. Okay, which is where we had things like where is it? This, right? I think we all know this is what we're talking about here. We had stuff like that, and then she dragged her around like a rag doll and let her know that JC Sheldon was owned by Sophie Cunningham. Right? That's just the way it was. And it was absolutely fantastic to see the first time that Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans saw someone react to what happened to Caitlin Clark. But here's the thing. Sophie is a skill player. She's valuable for her shooting, her hustle, her threes, her defense. So yeah, it's nice to have her do that, but you don't want her risking not only suspensions but getting hurt by playing and maybe a decline in her game if she's playing full-time bodyguard. The Fever needs someone whose main job is toughness and defense. So Sophie can stay on the floor helping to light it up and lock it down. The Fever needs someone who is getting right in someone's face after a hard foul on their star player. No hesitation. I'm not talking about fights and getting thrown out all the time, but just make things very clear. Get in their face, shoves if needed. Let the opponent know, no, not on my watch. We are not doing this anymore. That is deterrence, and opponents will think twice next time. When you know there are consequences from the team, the dirty play has a tendency to drop off. Simple psychology. Stand on business. Like with this example I'm going to give with my Sixers, who sadly will never be relevant again until we force ownership to sell, but they still have each other's back. Hopefully I can show this. Right there's the hard foul that should have been called, and then you get the right there, the shove in the back from behind. If you saw that, I said, yo, we're not allowing you to go after my star. VJ is a rookie who's playing phenomenal basketball, having a great season. But right, that should have been called. He didn't do it, lowered that shoulder. And Kelly comes over and says, nope, no, 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 no. You are not going to do that to my teammate. And that is what we need, right? I'm not talking about you know, um, emptying in the stands with an all-out brawl every time there's a foul. But you got to have stuff like that where a teammate sees the cheap shot, immediately reacts, protects their own. No talking, just action. This is what makes dynasties. This is what teams need to do to stay healthy and win. And teams that don't, they get bullied. Their stars get hurt, and the whole team suffers. Hopefully the Fever, with their opportunities this year, with all the free agents and everything else, can make a positive change in this direction. This is embarrassing for the organization. It's bad for Caitlin's health. It's bad for the league because of the face of the W gets targeted with no pushback. As we have seen, it turns off casual fans who want to see hoops, not WWA. People are tuning in to see Caitlin Clark play basketball. The Fever need a player in free agency who is built for this, physical, gritty, willing to take a tech or a flagrant from at times to send a message. I think someone who can guard in the post, someone who can bang in the paint, and someone who, yeah, can make opponents pay when they go cheap on Caitlin Clark. Again, I'm not saying to go sign a literal bouncer, though at this point, why not? Hey, I mean, free agent with a black belt in a mean streak, come protect our golden goose. That sounds like a, wait a minute. That sounds a lot like Sophie Cunningham after all. She has a black belt. So do I, Sophie. Maybe we should do some private sparring. All right, where was I? Anyway, the point is toughness is a skill as well, and the Fever are missing it bad. Caitlin Clark, biggest thing to happen to the WNBA in their existence. She deserves teammates who have her back, not ones who watch her get mugged and then high five the ref. Go get that enforcer who is willing to say, hey, I don't care, league, if you are jealous. As long as Caitlin Clark is my teammate, I am going to protect her because that is what teammates do. Make the league, respect her, protect the star, protect the team, protect the league, protect the future. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, drop a comment. Who do you think the Fever should target? Who am I describing? Let me know, and I will talk to you later.